Monasticsite. As we walk through the gates, we are now entering what remains of Kells monastic site. Diarmid MacCarroll, High King of Tara, is said to have granted the dún or fort of Ceannas to St Columcille in the 6th century to establish a monastery. Due to various problems, Columcille, also known as Columba, left Kells for Iona in Scotland, but his monks returned in the 9th century to rebuild this monastery. The modern St Columba's Church stands on the site of the original Columban monastery. The present church was built in 1778. The spire on the bell tower was erected by Thomas, 1st Earl of Bective, in 1783. In more recent times, the church roof was restored in 1965 and the interior redecorated. The collection of high crosses in Kells are regarded as the most important in Ireland. There are 3 high crosses and a cross base on the monastic site. The biblical scenes depicted on the crosses may have been painted and were used for religious instruction. You can see the rounded base of the North Cross near the bell tower. Opposite the main door to the church, in the graveyard, stands the Broken Cross or West Cross, which dates from the 9th century. This was originally the highest of the Kells high crosses. It is believed to have been damaged in the time of Cromwell, when his soldiers were garrisoned here in the mid-17th century, and scholars believe that the top of this cross is still buried somewhere in the grounds. The round tower here was built in the 10th century. It is described as a cligchoch or bell tower, and was probably used by the monks to call people to prayer, and may have been used as a lookout to warn the community about impending attack. The tower is around 30 metres high from the original street level to the base of its roof, and has 6 floors but no internal staircase. Access to the upper floors was by way of ladders. Each floor has 1 window. The round tower has 5 top windows instead of the usual 4. These overlook the 5 ancient roads leading into Kells and correspond to the 5 medieval town gates. The church from the 9th century onwards had a west porticus, where we are told that the Book of Kells and other treasures were kept. This porticus faced the doorway of the round tower, which was advantageous as in times of danger the treasures could quickly be transferred into the round tower. Near the round tower is the cross of St Patrick and Columba, or the South Cross, also crafted in the 9th century. It is named such as it originally bore the Latin inscription Patrici et Columba Crux. This is also the only cross to bear the name of its maker. And the now worn-away inscription in Latin that read in translation, Murdoch made this. To the side of the church you can see the unfinished cross or East Cross, which is of particular interest because it shows how the crosses would have been made. It seems that the shape of the crosses were carved out, as well as the panels, before being erected and slotted into its base, awaiting for illustrations to be carved into the stone. Local legend has it that the cross is unfinished, as the man that was working on it was killed in a Viking raid. This is unlikely to be true, however, as the Vikings were not raiding this part of the country at the time that the Kells crosses were being made. When you are ready, return to the main gates that you entered and leave the site. Turn immediately left and follow the narrow lane up the hill called Church Lane to visit St Columcille's house.